Hey friends, I apologize I wouldn't be able to be with you today, but I wanted to give you a leadership portrait just in a video setting that would explain who I am in a nutshell. I'll do my best here over the video. My influence is my dad gave me a work ethic to do the job once and do it correctly, and a deep compassion for other people. My mom gave me a zest for life. Um, she's always the kind of the class clown of the social setting that she was in. So, comedy, crazy social skills, and a deep generosity, where she's always giving towards others. My grandparents gave me fun family gatherings, just always places for quality time and connection with the other people, especially like on their lake a lot over the summertime, being able to be on their pontoon and just enjoying life together. My friends Bill and Brian gave me a foundation of learning to follow Jesus as a young man in a broken world in my college days. My bride Anna gives me a feisty faith. She's very feisty, and also a perseverance and a conviction for doing what's right. My three boys, give me an unfolding understanding of the Father's heart for us, his children, full of his sacrificial love and support. So my boys help me understand the Father's heart a lot every day. Virgil and Mike, what's two of my best friends right now, currently. They are just always offering me pure friendship, devoted friendship, believing in me, my gifts, and my calling. So, my calling, my purpose is that I exist to connect with, gather together, and care for the lonely, the forgotten, the looked over ones, people that just maybe you wouldn't expect much from or even care about. People that have these latent gifts or these dormant potentials that just need to be called out. And so I love to create environments where people from all backgrounds can find their own calling and their own community. My values, having a Jesus centered character, how he lived his life, how he ministered, what kinds of relationships he kept. So just being Jesus centered. And then a healthy and happy marriage. That's one of my values, not just for my marriage, but other marriages that I counsel and we help as a premarital coach and wedding officiant. Quality time parenting, really investing deep time with my kids, each of my kids, and also together with my boys on trips and things. Being generous and hospitable as a family. So I value like homes that practice generosity and hospitality. Working from a place of rest. As Adam and Eve were created on the sixth day, they rested on the seventh. And so Adam and Eve actually start from a place of rest on the seventh day with God before they go to work. And so I believe working from a full tank of rest. So work ethic and rest ethic. And then learning from a place of humility, being able to learn from a place of I don't know it all, and what I think I know might not be correct. So learning from that place of humility. How I lead or what I think about leading, my thoughts on leading. Words like leader, leadership, or lead are best understood as Jesus defines and teaches us about servanthood and being a servant of all. So instead of being consumed with the word leader, being more consumed with the word servant of all. And then everyone can learn to serve others. Everyone can learn those skills, but not everyone has the heart of a servant. That's maybe a gift that's given to a more select few to have the true heart of a servant. But anyone can learn to serve others for sure, to develop those skills. And then servanthood is more caught than taught. That's one of my key things about leadership is servanthood. You more catch it from other people's example than the things that you're taught or reading about it. People can expect me to admit my shortcomings, failures, my weaknesses, and especially when I need to rely on my smarter friends, which is a lot of you in the room, calling you for like advice on mechanics and when my snowmobile needs fixing or whatever. Just relying on other people that are much smarter than I am. So admitting that with my shortcomings and failures and yeah. being obsessed with Jesus and, again, how he lived his life, his subversive kind of underground, upside down philosophy. So much like leadership is with Jesus kind of upside down. Instead of climbing the ladder, he climbed down and helps others jump on the ladder. So that's one of my passions. And then being annoyingly committed to my bride, Anna, my wife, and my boys, my 3 boys, and the people that I truly care about. People can expect me to be annoyingly committed to them and, the ones that I love. I expect other people to admit when they need help, encouragement, or just a listening ear from their smarter friends. And then I also expect people to be willing to have an open mind about how they see themselves and the world around them. Just to be more open and being able to have conversations when they might not know all the angles or the perspectives of a certain issue. And also expect people to grow in their understanding and their compassion for others, to especially look at their spouse and their kiddos and their closest loved ones with some empathy and compassion, to grow in that. And then I will set an example by leaning on the gifts and strengths of others when I know my own limitations. I think it's important to know your own limitations, to leaning on others to create this interdependence that makes a good team. I also set an example by being a lifelong learner, by continuing to learn throughout the rest of my life and never settling for what I think I know. And then the third thing I want to set example by is not giving up on making intentional time for my closest friends, the ones that I truly care about the most, and then also for my family, my wife and kiddos, to be intentionally creating time, not just waiting for it to happen. So that's a little bit about my leadership portrait, and thank you for watching, and thank you so much for allowing me to make this video, even though I can't be with you guys on my Tuesday, Wednesday weekend here, but thank you for listening, and I hope it makes sense. If you have any questions, you know to find me. Thanks, guys.